Latest in the Oscar Pistorius trial, news just coming in. The judge has rejected charges of premeditated murder for Oscar Pistorius, but has still to give the final verdict. Pistorius also is clear of any direct intention of murder, but there is still a key charge of murder. If found guilty of common murder, then he will be facing a jail term which could be as long as 15 years. We have those live visuals coming in from that court in Pretoria. Let's just dip in and listen to.
On the contrary, the evidence shows that from the onset, the accused believed that at the time he fired shots into the toilet door, the deceased was in the bedroom while the intruders were in the toilet. This belief was communicated to a number of people. Shortly after the incident. At 300 hours 19, the accused disclosed this to Johan Stander when he requested him to come quickly to his house. At 3:22, he told his version to Caris Viljoen on her arrival in the company of her father, Stander. A few minutes later, the same information was relayed to Dr. Stipp when he arrived at the accused house. And lastly, it was told to the police at about 4 o'clock in the morning the same day. Counsel for the defense correctly argued that it was highly improbable that the accused would have made this up so quickly and be consistent in his version even at the bail.
Our correspondent Shivangi now joins me on the phone line. Shivani, reprieve on 2 counts for the Blade Runner, but the verdict on the key charge of murder yet to be pronounced.
Yes, but Vedika, what is extremely key even right now is that the charge of premeditated murder has been put down. So that was the biggest charge, carrying the maximum punishment of up to 25 years in this case. So actually already it would be a huge relief for Oscar Pistorius, because the biggest charge on him was what the prosecution also tried to levy on him, that he deliberately, in a premeditated fashion, tried to kill his girlfriend. And of course, that was the charge that carried the maximum punishment of 25 years. So actually, if he's been already pronounced not guilty on that front, it will be a huge sigh of relief. Of course, he's charged under the common law murder as well, where he did not have premeditated intention to kill the person, and homicidal, culpable homicide as well, where he did not intend to kill the person, like he has said that, you know, he thought that Reeva Steenkamp was the intruder and he was doing this out of security and fear. So on those charges we're yet to hear, but at least the big charge of premeditated murder has been put down. So that actually would be a huge sign of relief for his camp.
Well, it was last year on Valentine's Day that this incident took place, and ever since, and today even the judge pointed out that Oscar has been a very poor witness, and rightly so.
Well, you know, he's been put on the stand quite a bit, and of course he's tried everything that one can in this scenario to suggest that, you know, he had no idea that it was Reeva Steenkamp in the bathroom and so on and so forth. But there are certain other charges on him as well. That is, of course, as I said, manslaughter, culpable homicide, discharging a firearm in public, illegal possession of ammunition. Of course, the prosecution tried to build a case against him that he's a hothead of sorts, and that he has a history of, using a firearm in public. All of those charges he's pleaded not guilty. But he has been put on the stand quite a bit. We just have to wait and see what his fate has in store.
Absolutely. And Shivani, before I let you go, we've seen a very emotional Pistorius when on trial, and today itself we can see those live visuals that are coming in from Pretoria. Once again, you see the Blade Runner in an extremely emotional position.
Oh, absolutely. I even remember the time when he was put on stand directly, when he was being counter-questioned by the prosecution as well, and when he once gave his statement uninterrupted. He was crying in the stand, and it was a very emotional, tense scenario in the courtroom. So it is going to be, it is going to be a very emotional time for him. He has tried to build up this case in a very emotional manner, that he's still, of course, extremely sad and emotional about the fact that his girlfriend, that he killed his girlfriend, even if he didn't know it was her. So that's how he has presented himself. That he's, there was a charge that both of them had arguments and they had rowed, And, that also his defense has put down, saying that, there was nothing wrong with the couple and, everything was going fine.
Yes.
And that's how Oscar Pistorius has tried to project it as well, that he's so sad after her death. And he has been extremely emotional throughout this entire case. No surprise, really, that today all of those emotions would be coming back.